Late 2020. A rubbish dump in Zavidovici in Bosnia. A dog rescuer called Marianne found something that stopped her in her tracks. And she wasn't the only one there. A tiny puppy, just weeks old. Abandoned. Trying to stand, barely able to. Her whole body was shaking. She was covered in fleas, barely able to hold herself up. But she was alive. Marianne rushed her to the vets. The diagnosis was serious. A worm infestation in her intestines, a dangerously weak immune system. She was fighting for her life. But she wasn't fighting alone anymore. Marianne took her home personally. She didn't hand her to the shelter. She didn't leave her at the vets. She took her home and nursed her herself. And day by day, she got a little stronger. The shaking stopped. The fear started to fade. Week by week, she started to find herself. From barely being able to stand to this. For weeks, Marianne's home was her whole world. And Marianne and the other rescue dogs were her whole family. Then came the day everything changed again. When the time came, she was taken to quarantine in Sarajevo. She left the only home she'd ever known. This is Bogdan. He spent his life driving rescue dogs from Eastern Europe to their new homes in the UK. 2 white vans, thousands of miles. He even put Paw on his number plates. That tells you everything you need to know about this amazing man. On the 29th of December 2020, Maddie was loaded onto Bogdan's van in Sarajevo. Her name spelt M-A-D-Y in red marker on a piece of tape stuck to the front of her crate. She had no idea where she was going. She'd barely seen the world outside of Marianne's home. For 2 days, Maddie travelled across 6 countries: Croatia, Slovenia, Austria, Germany, Belgium, France, then through the Channel Tunnel and into England. Bogdan and his co-driver took turns behind the wheel so they never had to stop overnight. At every rest stop, they got out and gave every single dog fresh water. Everyone, no exceptions. In the middle of winter, in the middle of the night, because that's who Bogdan was. Bogdan made this journey over and over again, giving dogs like Maddie the chance that they deserved. Sadly, after a short illness, Bogdan passed away last year, far too soon. But every dog he ever transported across Europe carries a piece of him forever. On the 30th of December 2020, Maddie arrived in England. On the 2nd of January 2021, me and my daughter drove 3 hours down to Drogway Kennels in Swindon to pick Maddie up. It was an overcast January morning. We were both absolutely buzzing the whole way there. When we first met Maddie, she was apprehensive, nervous, completely overwhelmed. She'd spent 2 days crossing Europe in a crate, arrived in a strange country, and now 2 strangers were looking at her like she was the best thing they'd ever seen. And she was. On the way home, she slowly started to relax. My daughter held her the entire journey, wrapped in a tartan blanket, not wanting to let her go. By the time we were on the M1 heading back to Nottinghamshire, she was calm, she was settled. She was ours. We got home at around 4 o'clock. I opened the door and Maddie walked in and had a good look round and did a poo on the laminate floor. Welcome to your forever home, Maddie. Before Maddie had even arrived, she already had a name on the door. We'd spent weeks getting her room ready. Under the stairs, dog wallpaper on every wall, a little light and a gate so she felt safe. And a new bed that was waiting just for her. And on the evening of the 2nd of January 2021, the same day we picked her up, she found her spot under the Christmas tree, surrounded by toys, warm, safe, completely at home. As if she'd always been here, she slept for 3 hours straight that night. From a rubbish dump in Zavidovici, Bosnia, to this same day. The day after she arrived, we took her to the park for her very first walk. One day after crossing Europe in a crate. Tail wagging, nose down, absolutely loving every single second of it. 5 days in, she met her first dogs on a walk. She went straight over, a little bit nervous, for a good sniff. Then one of them barked. And she was absolutely terrified. But she got over it. Ten days after arriving from Bosnia, Maddie went to the groomers for the very first time.
Like it? Yeah. Good girl.
She didn't know what to make of it. Fiona fell in love with her. 2 days later, it snowed. She walked outside, stopped completely still, looked at it, and then absolutely lost her mind with excitement. She thought it was the most amazing thing she'd ever seen in her life. From the moment she arrived, my daughter kept a record of every month with us. And then she just started growing. 3 months. 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, every single week becoming more Maddie. 10 months, 11 months, and 12 months. Just over a year ago, she was found abandoned in a rubbish dump in Bosnia. Look at her now. This is Maddie's world now. She made a best friend next door. His name was Bruce. They used to do this. Every single day. At home, she even has her own paddling pool. And she uses it regular. With absolutely no shame whatsoever. She's still trying to work out what reflections are. Then there's the muddy ditches. She doesn't just find them, she seeks them out every single walk. And this is what pure joy looks like. We also take her away every year on holiday to the seaside, which she always looks forward to, and always ends up getting up to lots of mischief. One of her favourite pastimes is chasing squirrels that she never catches. No matter how hard she tries. She also loves a secure field where she can be off the lead. And at the end of every day, she dreams. We have no idea what about, but it looks brilliant. Maddie was found in a rubbish dump in Zavidovici, Bosnia in late 2020. Just a tiny puppy, abandoned, barely alive. Today, she lives in Nottinghamshire, England. She has a bedroom under the stairs with a dog wallpaper on every wall. She has a paddling pool in the back garden. She has muddy ditches she seeks out on every single walk. She has a family who loves her to the moon and back. If Maddie's story has moved you, please subscribe and share, and follow her adventures here on YouTube. From all of us, thank you so much for watching.